How you guys doing? I have got some more mini reviews here for you guys. And this time I'm going to include a TV show in this mini review um, series. And let's get into this. So, what do we got here? Alright, so let's start with, guess this one here. The Good Dinosaur. Um, I did a little convention here in town. And he was selling this movie for pretty cheap. But whenever you can buy Disney and Pixar movies for, we're talking $5 or even a little bit less, you grab them because it's usually a pretty good deal. I know a lot of these are in 4K and stuff like that. But to be honest, with Pixar and Disney titles, unless it's one I really love, like I gotta have Ratatouille and Monsters Inc. in 4K. Gotta have those. Incredibles, okay, fine. But a lot of them, I'm just like, I don't really care what format I get them in as long as I just have them, as long as it's not DVD. But yeah, I got The Good Dinosaur, and this is one that a lot of people really don't like, and I've never really understood it until now. This one's pretty bad. It's just, Arlo as a character is so ridiculously wimpy and pathetic. Like, he's one of those characters that you're like, God, you should get the shit beat out of you just so you can be less of a wimp and learn to freaking stand up for yourself. And I get it, the part of the story is that he learns to be brave and stuff, but I feel like that character arc was more illustrated better in The Lion King. He was like, Simba was like, I want to be brave like you did. And then, he's like, no, son, even I was afraid. And that's something that's finished and done within just that first act of the movie. Less than like 30 minutes of the movie. This is a whole movie of that. And it's just, these character designs are also awful because in another, like, in a preschooler kid show, it'd be fine. But these backgrounds are absolutely gorgeous and they're mesmerizing. But then you got weird character designs on these very real world, realistic backgrounds. It just doesn't mix. And I'm sorry, this movie's garbage. Not garbage in the sense that all of it's bad or it's completely unenjoyable. Because a bad Pixar movie is like a pretty decent, like, normal studio movie in that sense because Pixar is such a high standard. But yeah, just really did not get into that one. I rewatched Nomadland mostly because I bought this recently. It went on sale. And I think it went on sale around the time that, the Oscars had happened. Because, of course, last year this one won Best Picture. Do I think it should have won Best Picture? Absolutely not. That's absolutely freaking absurd. And I still laugh that that even happened to this day. Because this is a fun movie. In the sense that it's really interesting. You got this woman who says, hey, I'm tired of living a normal life. I'm going to go live in a van. And that story is really interesting. And it gives this movie almost like a documentary feel, and it's a very realistic movie. So this is a movie that a lot of people probably watch and say is really depressing, but to me, I don't find it that way. I like seeing these different people's way of life, a way of life that I would never prescribe to per se, but it's interesting. And yeah, I mean, I think I definitely got something out of it watching it a second time. I think this might still be on sale for $9, and it's definitely worth that. It's a pretty good movie. Frances McDormand, she's a great actress. She's great. Chloe Zhao is a decent director. I mean, she directed The Eternals, which is garbage, but this movie's pretty good. We have The French Dispatch. This is one that I thought I would like more on a second rewatch. Didn't really like it more. It was great for sure, and I definitely still really like it. Just some of those segments that I thought were kind of weak in this movie get a lot worse in the second half. But the great ones get even better. So it's kind of a weird mixed bag of a movie, but it's really good. If you like Wes Anderson movies, you definitely need to check out The French Dispatch. Love that. 30 Days of Night. This was a fun, little vampire movie. So that's all I really have to say about that. And then I watched Rio 1 and 2. I haven't seen these movies in forever. I watched these movies back when they came out in theaters, opening weekend for both of these. Rio 1 is a movie that got watched a lot in my household as a kid, and so I have decent memories of it. It's not very good. The characters make no sense hooking up, and I remember watching Rio 2 and not liking it that much. And I would, after watching it on this time, I think these movies are about on par with each other. I remember hating this one, be like, no, Rio 1 is the classic, Rio 2 is garbage. Nah, I think they're both pretty on par with each other. They're just whatever movies. They're not really interesting, and they're fine. I like having them just, because I want to have all the Blue Sky movies. I used to, which, I want to have all that just to remember that studio that is no longer with us. And then the series I'm going to talk about in this video is Tremors. This was a fun live action series. I think I think it captures one of the best elements of the first Tremors movie, which is this community and this town coming together to fight these worms, and it's a lot of fun. And you get to see a lot of that in a show, which is fun. I mean, the effects are absolutely terrible, and the performances are just kind of weak, and some of the stories here are just ridiculous. But if you like the Tremors sequels, we're talking like past 3 and onward. Like if you like those movies, you're gonna have some fun with this TV show, and I pretty much I would definitely recommend it, to be honest. If you like Tremors 4 or 5, and how many, there's but 10 more of them there are, but yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. And then last thing we're gonna talk about is Jersey Girl, which I pre-ordered and finally got in the mail in a recent haul video. And if you've been watching these review episodes, you'll know that I have been watching Kevin Smith movies for the first time. I still haven't seen Dogma and some of the other ones that I really want to see, but I haven't seen Mallrats, but I've been making my way through them. Right. And this one just came out on Blu-ray for the first time from Paramount, I believe for the first time anyways, and I finally got around to watching it. This is considered a bomb movie because basically Kevin Smith fans didn't show up for this one, and you can really see why. That being said, I thought this was a really, 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 really good movie. Like, very, very good. Basically, this movie is about Ben Affleck's character, whose wife had died, and because she's gone, Ben Affleck's character is now taking care of his daughter, and then he meets this lady at the video store, and they have a relationship, that kind of thing. And so, this movie really is just a decent little movie about this guy reconnecting with his daughter, and trying to deal with being basically without a wife anymore. So but the reason Kevin Smith fans didn't show up from this movie, because it is an incredibly well written movie. It's an incredibly well acted movie. The reason they didn't show up for this is because it's not a Kevin Smith movie in the sense that it's not Jay and Silent Bob. It's not Clerks, that kind of style and humor. And it really is frustrating because when you look at Kevin Smith movies, he's a really, really not funny, or not well, he's fun. He's a funny guy, but what I mean is that he's a really funny guy in the sense that his movies are not very well made, like from a production standpoint. Like his movies kind of look bad. Like this is his best looking movie, and it's really just a movie that looks okay. Like Clerks kind of had the excuse of like, okay, made this for a few $1,000s, that type of thing. But there's a famous story of like Bruce Willis working with Kevin Smith and yelling at him because he didn't know how to use all the lenses on his camera. And like, okay, you're new to filmmaking, right? I understand that, but he had made multiple movies at that point. Like, the fact that he didn't know how to use all the lenses on his camera was just absurd at that point. Like, he had been making movies for years. Like, this is out of laziness. So Kevin Smith's strength has always come from his writing and his characters. Well, here you have a really good drama that's really well written and has good characters. You know what I mean? So it shows off Kevin Smith's strengths, but his audience didn't like it because that's not what he'd built up at the time. And it just shows this unfortunate side to Kevin Smith, but because this one didn't work, he didn't try to figure out why this didn't work and make something else that appeals to his audience while still being a pretty good movie. And I think if Kevin Smith were to stop making Clerks 3 and crap like that and maybe make personal little dramas with lower budgets for like streaming services, I think he could really make that work, but I don't think he's going to do that because unfortunately he's taken the wrong lesson from this movie Bombing. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it and you're a Kevin Smith fan, I think it's great. Just lower your expectations a bit. Don't expect the normal style of Kevin Smith movie. Expect what it is. A pretty good drama about a guy connecting with his daughter.